Thoughts on Life is Strange Episode 5's ending. Listen, I know, it wasn't what you wanted. It hurt. But I have to say, it was not bad writing. It was good writing, well, at least in my opinion. The difference between an unfulfilling ending and a poorly made ending is vast. Life is Strange foreshadowed that ending from the very first episode. There was literally writing on the walls telling you exactly what needed to happen. Just gotta let go. I want to die. This is bigger than you. I know. I was in denial too. I first thought Chloe needed to die. All the symbolism in the first episode made it very clear, but I loved her so much that I made up stories in my mind about how she could be saved without any consequences. And I think that is what Max went through as well. Max made up all these other worlds and experiences just to save the woman she loves. But she can't. Or at least not at a huge cost. And that is what life is. Death is one of the biggest lessons you learn growing up. There are mistakes you make in life that can be fixed with the passing of time. Relationships you can mend. Apologies given and redemption gained. But you're never going to be able to fix someone being dead. You can't tell them you love them. You can't say you're sorry. And you can't do that one little thing that could have stopped them from dying. That one little thing you lay awake at night wishing you had done. If you had just thought of it back then, they would still be here with you. It was just a simple solution. Don't get in your car. Press the fire alarm. Don't go out tonight. But you can't. And that is what life is. And that is what makes the story so real. The most emotionally powerful moments of Life is Strange were always the times where the magic dissipated and we were faced with the darkness of reality. We are taken through the otherworldliness of using time travel and then faced with things we cannot fix. In the first episode, with Chloe telling Max about how Nathan drugged her after finding out you have a superpower. But that superpower cannot fix what happened to Chloe. Kate's suicide, or attempted suicide, was a stomach sink after spending the day with Chloe. Watching Chloe become disabled because of our own attempts at trying to make things perfect by going on a magical time adventure. The biggest shock was after we all wondered where Rachel Amber was. There was so much mystery and magic in the game, and she had such a presence all around the level designs that lots of people, including me, thought that she could not be dead, that there was still some hope in this fantasy world we lived in. But when we found her dead body, reality came back again. Childish games had to stop, because now we had to grow up and face what really happened. Not everything is magic. Sometimes horrible things happen, and all your fantasies were just a way to protect yourself from the truth. Rachel was kidnapped and murdered, and there's nothing you can do, no matter what logic or magic you have, to fix it. Without this darkness, sadness, and reality, Life is Strange would not be as special as it is. It wouldn't be life. It would be fantasy. Fantasy is strange. The only way to save Chloe was to break the universe and let everyone else die. That's not really a solution, but it needed to show that if you really wanted to fix death, and you really loved Chloe, then you would be willing to give up everyone and everything just for her. Childish fantasies are done now. You're 18 years old and have to face the mistakes you've made. There is no easy way out of what you've done, even if it was an accident, even if you just wanted to do the right thing. Despite implications that she will feel obligated to be with you forever because you killed thousands of people for her and the possible backlash of her resenting you, let's pretend they drive off into the sunset to start a new romantic life together. I know that many people feel their choices didn't matter. I felt like the journey was worth it. And considering you can rewind and erase all your choices anyway, did they really mean that much at all? How much is your choice worth if you can just take it back right away? Are your actions really that meaningful if they are so impermanent? If you don't have to live with what you've done, then it doesn't really matter if it's taken away from you. The endings were not bad writing. They were not poorly done. They just simply were not wish fulfillment. They were sad. You can dislike the endings, hate the endings, cry about the endings, but that doesn't make the endings bad. As someone who hated the ending of Mass Effect 3, I will tell you that I accept sad endings. I just hate poorly written ones. Mass Effect 3 had a poorly written one that was made in a matter of a few hours after they scrapped the previously made one by the original creator of the universe. Life is Strange's ending was foreshadowed and well thought out. I hated the finale to Dragon Age Inquisition's final DLC, but I accepted it because I knew it was good writing. I think gamers are so used to getting wish fulfillment that it does not allow for the concept of futility, mostly because you play as the main character and are having tragedy happen to you, rather than watching a character in a movie go through a tragedy. People are much less willing to accept a sad ending happening to them, rather than watch a sad ending happen to someone else. There have been points about the trope that the queer character has to die and a sacrifice for everybody else. And having it so Chloe's death needs to happen to save everyone else falls into that negative trope. That's a valid point, and I don't have anything to say about that. I like the story overall, but I can't really argue with that. Past this point, I'm just going to suggest a game that gives you some wish fulfillment so you could feel better if you are sad about Pricefield. If you are really sad about having Pricefield happen at the expense of unimaginable destruction, I very much suggest playing BioWare games. More specifically, the Dragon Age series. You can romance all the women you want as a woman, and they never leave you or cause any drama. Just never romance most of the guys. They are nothing but trouble and will break your heart into a million pieces. Of the most popular straight/bi male romances in Dragon Age, there is a terrorist bomber, someone else who has literally killed tens of millions of people, and a stupid king who breaks up with you because you're not the right race. So if you want to sail off on a ship with Isabella, or eat cookies with Sarah, while laughing at the pain of people who romance men, I very much suggest the Dragon Age fandom.